Shirt right here.
You tell me, yeah.
Perfect. All righty.
Let me take the jacket off.
How we feeling?
Good. Feel really good. Duncan. Yeah, it's been a good week.
Yeah.
New York, you know.
Yeah. You got to see some tennis?
I went to Tuesday.
Did you see Grigor and
Grigor and Tiafoe.
Or Tiafoe, yeah.
I could feel that something was off with Grigor. I feel like he was a bit subdued, so he gave up in the fourth, but yeah, anyway.
Anybody that would know would be you. He plays very similar to...
Yeah, he does, actually. From the side, it was interesting to see the slice and stuff, you know, and it was fun to watch.
He got the big barrel 4 5/8 grip. I held his racket in Cincinnati.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how he controls it with the forearm and the wrist on the one.
Yeah.
Just dominates. But no, first thing I wanted to ask is your logo and what it means to our sport. I was just thinking about on the way here what your logo means to the tennis community, and I know when I'm out in public and I see the Roger Federer logo, like immediately that to me is probably a friend. You know, I'm gonna be friends with that person. So, did you ever imagine that that impact of the RF logo, and now you have it on your own racket?
It is a lot of fun. I mean, I did not come on tour and then think I was going to have a logo one day or a brand or have this type of connection that runs so deep with so many of the fans. So, and I agree with you when I see someone with the RF cap or, you know, the RF logo, how I brand it, you know, whatever it may be, you feel right away, it's like, okay, we think alike, you know, we know who we are, and it's very nice to be able to have had that impact, to be honest, you know. And a lot of people have also told me they sometimes I get these stories like we've met at tennis tournaments thanks to you, and we got actually married thanks to you and stuff. Like always, even though I have nothing to do with it, but maybe, you know, they sat next to each other at a tennis game and they were both maybe wearing an RF cap. I mean, those romantic stories, I love to hear that. So actually, now having, you know, the RF logo on a tennis racket for the first time, it's obviously very exciting because I never thought it was going to ever really happen.
And the beautiful bags. I mean, I'm obsessed with the big duffel bag as well.
They're good, yeah. I'm very happy with them, actually.
And one of my favorite pieces of the behind-the-scenes content of you kind of developing the racket with Wilson was seeing that you got your kids on the court. And I mean, how cool was that for you? And like, what were you able to learn from your kids' input on developing this racket?
Well, I mean, they want crazy colors, you know. So I had to always dial it back. So like, yeah, okay, I like the idea, but maybe we can use that as a, as a power drop, you know, an energy drop, rather than actually the real original RF01. The RF01, we need to be a little bit more solid, you know. It needs to be in line with the old RF97. So, but they actually, it's fun having, you know, 10-year-olds or, you know, 15-year-olds. Before it was obviously they were a little younger as I was embarking on the project, you know, of racket testing. But it's fun having them around, you know, because I can go to them and ask them, what do you guys like? What would you wear, or what would you appreciate in a racket design? I mean, obviously the feel and stuff, I gotta, you know, make sure that I get that right. But yeah, so sometimes they give me inspiration for sure.
It's cool.
Yeah.
How would you compare their relationship to the game of tennis at a similar age as yourself back in the day?
Oh, I was different, you know. I mean, at 15, I was gone from home. My girls are still at home. Obviously, they had a completely different upbringing, you know, whereas I was home, I walked to school every day, and things were very different. You know, my girls and my boys did a bunch of homeschooling, and we were on the road, and I mean, their life has been turned upside down from the first day. So I think they've had the most exciting life, but also sometimes not the most simple. But you know, I think overall it's been fantastic. And in terms of tennis, you know, one of my boys, Leo, he's playing some tennis tournaments. And then Milas and Lenny, they're a little less into the game, but they all play. Like they all ski and they all play golf. So I'm happy. We are a sporty family, and it's good to get out there and do some sports, not just tennis.
That's awesome. No, last question was, I was talking to Tony before. He follows our media company, NotYourCountryClub.
Okay.
And we cover a lot of juniors and college and pros and stuff. And I was watching the 12 final days on Amazon.
Okay.
And I was interested in watching the dynamic of you and how you understand social media. And, you know, you said there's people are out, the rumors out there that I'm retiring, you know, and they were like, should I press the button and send the Instagram? And Tony's like, no, he's like, no one's going to believe it unless it comes from you, Roger. And like, kind of watching you were like, oh, that's true. And like, so how would you describe your relationship with social media, and kind of do you have fun with it all?
I find it's difficult, to be honest, you know, because there's so many. I mean, I'm very good at absorbing, let's say, comments. You know, when I read, I don't know, 10 comments as an example. I don't know, you have a great forehand and one guy says you have a bad backhand. I don't question my backhand, after that. But that could be with how you look, about the size of your nose, to whatever they want to talk about. And it can be very hurtful for, I think, a lot of the players or for a lot of the people on social. So with that, I deal with it well. I just think that it's the constant posting and just being so active and always having in the back of my mind social. I think that I get quite, I don't know how to deal with that. So then sometimes I just rather start posting rather less because I want to go through my day thinking about other things in social. But it's been an incredible tool because I grew up in the time of just having a website, right? Where you post something and drop something on your website and people then have to go see it. Nowadays you drop something and it goes out to everybody, like on my retirement. So it's it's a love-hate, but I still think for the most part it can be used in a very beneficial way, but you just got to use it the right way for sure.
That's what we try to do every day.
Okay.
Make it positive.
Great.
All right.
Hey, it's been a pleasure. Nice to see you.
Appreciate it.